you might want to take just a tiny piece of tape down your Lucky 7 word art, and then put your tracing paper underneath it. So when you're done, when you think you have finished tracing, you can lift it up and it won't move, and you can check to make sure that you've got all your lines traced. Now on the first page, and I've got mine done, so I'm ready to take it off. On the first page, you could probably barely see this, but after I traced it, it's not as dark as this one because I went in and I erased. I'm going to get a little closer so maybe you can get a better look at that. But I did. I erased that. I took a white eraser and I went over it and then slightly erased everything so that I can still see the lines, but they're not going to be as vivid as they are on this page. Same tracing paper, but I did not erase. Now, both of these have the wax that's already put on them, and I used my clear wax, and I do want to tell you, or warn you, I've broken mine. And the reason that they broke is you've really got to be really firm when you add the wax onto there. You can kind of, as you're putting it on, look to the side and it'll be a shinier texture to it when you're looking at it. But make sure you've got everything covered and a nice heavy coat of wax. So you're just going to have to really press as you go over it. Now remember, these lines are just guides. You don't need to be perfect when you're coloring in the wax, because they're just going to be guides. And we're going to do two different finishes when we get these done. Now both of these have the wax already put on them. I used the clear wax, not this wax, the white crayon. You can use the white crayon, but you are going to color out some of your background, and that's the reason we laid that distress ink on, so that we would have a little bit of color there. If you use this, remember that if there's any other colors of crayon on here, it's going to come off onto your paper. So I just take my white crayon and I just wipe it on a paper towel until it's pretty clean. And then you'll be able to use that. So it is going to cover up white with some of your background that we've already put on there. Okay, now for the fun part. We're going to be using some spray paints, and you can make your own. You can take some water, a bottle, and put some water in it. I wouldn't put in a lot of water in it, maybe just a little bit there at the bottom. And then add a little bit of your acrylic paint into there, into the color you want to use. So you can use that with acrylic paint. So you can make your own spray bottles, or you can use Adirondack color washes. This is also by Ranger. And I picked up the red and espresso. And, oh, we've got Perfect Pearls Mist in a Sunflower Sparkle, which I thought would be pretty. And this is just Perfect Pearls, and it's kind of a creamy texture it leaves on top of it, kind of a slight sparkle. And then we've got, I've got a Forever Red Perfect Pearls Mist. And then something that's really popular are the Glimmer Mists. And those are a lot of fun too. The colors I picked up, a Cream de Cocoa, a Red Velvet. This is a pearl finish also. This one is a Holly Berry. And I've had this bottle for a long time, and I can't remember if this is the bottle that the squirter quit working on me. So we'll find out. And if it quit working, I can always take one of these and use one of these off of here. Now, one thing that I want you to remember, we're going to be really messy. You can put, under your paper, you can put a piece of newspaper or paper towels underneath it. You could lay some paper towels underneath here, because we're going to be real drippy and really messy today. I am going to share with you my favorite thing that I'm going to use. We'll see how this works today. This is also another Ranger product. This is a craft sheet, and this craft sheet is awesome. I love this craft sheet. You can iron on it. I think it's got a Teflon coating on it, but you can paint on it, iron on it. Use my hot gun, my dryer. It won't hurt it. So we're going to be putting that behind it, And that way we won't be dripping on the edges of all these papers, and that paint will get soaked in. So we're going to be having some fun and doing something kind of drippy here. Now remember, we're doing a resist. So let's see what I've got here. I want to start with something kind of light. I'm thinking about, I want to see what this color looks like. This one is the Sunflower Sparkle. I love sunflowers. So let's see if we like this color. If not, we'll just paint over it. And I should have opened this before. It's always fun. You gotta shake this up. I usually do a little test right into my trash can. So make sure that it's not clogged. We're just gonna spray it, just a couple of little places on here. You can see where the resist is beading underneath there. If I don't want that color on there, I can just go back in and pick that up with a paper towel. Great. Yeah, I like that. I like that. That's called Sunflower Sparkle. And it has just a slight sheen to it. It's real pretty. Okay, I want to get these others ready, and then we're going to come back and got them all open now, and I'm ready to go. This has dried a little bit, but there are a few wet spots, and they'll kind of blend together. Now, I'm going to spray this on. Then I'm going to take some water on a paintbrush, and I'm just going to kind of blend that together, and this is going to come out kind of drippy. But I'm going to bring that Lucky out a little bit, bring up some of that paint. Like that, I like that. So I'm kind of blending the colors together. If I want to blend a little bit more, put in a little bit more of that yellow and blend that in, I can just take a little bit of water, blend that. Now remember, this is the one that does not have the gesso on it. So those, I didn't get to that very quick, and it dried quite quickly. You can see why I put that down, because when you spray, that spray just goes everywhere. So make sure you're wearing some old clothes when you do this. And let's, I want to try a little bit of the red pepper. Let me test it. Okay, and let's put a little bit of the red pepper on. Love that bright color, isn't that pretty? And we're going to go ahead and wash that in. Wash. Everybody says I say it with an R in it, and there's no R. So forgive me. And I like to dab and pick up some of that color. Looks really pretty, and it's so fun to do. And it's so easy. I mean, this is easy, easy, easy.